Hi guys!
Hello everybody!
Welcome to Original Games UK. We are doing the changes we want, the balance changes we think are appropriate
for Street Fighter 5
right, for the Season 2.
Yes.
Anti-air jabs.
Event Hub's already did a poll. People have already been talking about it for a long time. I don't think we're breaking new ground by talking about this. This is old stuff, but still, it still applies.
Anti-air jabs should be gone.
Yeah.
No one should have anti-air jabs.
No.
Like, you need to be working out that if someone's got a free framer, it's got no upper hitbox.
Yeah, it just needs to be sorted out.
Yeah, just sort that shit out.
It's not so much just knocking them out of the air, it's the mix of... I mean, for me, that's where the real dirt lies.
Yeah.
Is the anti-air jab, dash under off, they're on the same side, meaty, which half the characters can't escape from, and then it
leads to ridiculous damage,
half the health gone, all because you have anti-air jabs. So just get rid of anti-air jabs. And we should say, a lot of characters we've actually taken this into account. We've given them buffs to deal with that.
So just remember that when you're thinking about certain characters, you're like, well, you're not spoken about the anti-airs or whatever.
That's why.
The other kind of popular one we'll go on to is the input lag.
Now they've already reduced it, I think, by 2. I think it's meant to be down to -6 in the minute.
Yeah, 6.5 frames or something like that.
Yes, it's only 1.5.
Yeah.
It needs to come down by at least, I think 4 or 5 is like the standard.
Yeah.
Because the thing we have to remember that your TV's got input lag. Your controller's got input lag.
And if you're online,
there's input lag.
Oh.
So they just need to cut it wherever it's cuttable. So please reduce that.
And then a unique one that we think we're the kind of, well, other people may have mentioned it, but we've kind of got an idea, and that's the V-trigger system with a meter.
As a whole.
Yeah, it kind of needs to be adjusted, and you kind of thought of a comparison.
Yeah.
To Third Strike.
For those who have played Third Strike, you'll know that all the super bars have a different length. Now some of them are similar. I think Chun's Super 1 and Ken's Super 3, they're both 3 bars and they're both the same length. But Hugo's obviously has his Super 1's huge, Ganasian is much smaller.
Yeah, so they're 1 bar supers. So we're talking about the super, so it's just 1 bar, but Ganasian's like this, and then Giga Buster is
like 4 times the size.
Yeah.
Now the reason why this makes sense for the V-trigger is we're thinking instead of having it be a much more kind of 2 bars and 3 bars, and it can only be 2 bars or 3 bars, it should be a lot more fluid.
Let's get on this. Right, let's start off with the character that most of you want to start off with, I guess, which will be Ryu. Now, to me, to us, the biggest thing that needs changing is something that maybe other people haven't really thought, his sweep. The sweep speed needs to be reduced, and it can only be cancelable into V-trigger on hit, not on block.
Because in the minute, it's just, well, because of its speed and because of its priority, it's just, okay, they're pressuring me, I'll take this step back, I'll sweep into V-trigger, and now I've completely reset the situation.
Or jump, medium punch, oh, they've blocked it, well, it's a totally safe string to sweep.
Yeah.
It's just so many safe ways, no risk to get into V-trigger, which with Ryu being able to just do the stun, have the damage, so yeah, it's kind of obvious. Yeah. Medium punch nerf priority. Medium punch priority nerfed.
I mean, poly crouch and stand, but without a doubt stand.
Yeah.
That move is just nuts.
Yeah.
That is just insane. I mean, he can stand from mid-screen, he can press it, be nowhere near, but because of the priority, he's just going to take them out or whatever they're pressing.
2-in-1-2 Hadouken.
It is
all good.
It's a bit too crazy. Yeah.
And then the other thing, don't hate for saying this isn't a universal one, this is just for this character. Just an overall damage nerf, a few 10s here, a few 5s.
Yeah, we're not talking a complete like 50s off this and 20s off that. We are talking small amounts.
Yeah,
like very small amounts.
If his sweep was kept the same for some reason, you've got to do something to that.
Yeah.
Medium punch, do something to it.
Yeah.
But
because I mean, even if you took 10 and 5 off things, he'd still be one of the most damaging characters in the game. I mean, he really is fine.
Buff. The parry needs to have better recovery in it.
I mean, in the minute, he can parry like Nash's flip kick because that's basically he can only parry things that are really punishable.
Yeah.
On block, which
you could just block for anyway, rather than
punish. Yeah. So and also parry is crush counterable.
Yeah.
So parry as a whole at this point is virtually useless.
So that's kind of what Ryu. We just think the moves that are really good. Turn them down, but otherwise the way he plays is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I actually quite enjoy the way he plays. Kind of like a kind of in and out, kind of style. I do actually kind of enjoy it.
It's just he just gets too much off certain things that are very spammable.
Yeah, like anti-air jab. Anyway,
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
No If they could do it, no instant air legs apart from the EX version.
Because at the minute, I don't know what you're like playing the game, you people watching this, but it does feel like whenever you're against a Chun, it's just it's just EX, it's just air legs.
Yeah. If you don't know what to do against air legs, I am spamming it.
Yeah, it's just I'm gonna just keep on doing air legs over and over and over again, and then she can combo off it. So that move is without doubt too good.
Yes.
So we're saying just have an EX variant only, so she has to spend a bar. Make it easier to combo off of. I don't mind that because she's spending the bar, so she should get more off it.
Yeah.
But at least then she's not just spamming the same move over and over and
she
over.
has
again.
to think about it.
It's too nuts.
You'll get from the gist from this. What we want is we want people to think more about what they're doing, and if your read's right, it pays off the same.
Yeah.
But if you're wrong,
or even better.
Yeah. But if you get it wrong, you're gonna get punished for it. It's not just like free out on it.
Because some characters, as you can tell, just have certain moves that they can do over and over and over again without really any risk. Anyway, what else for Chun?
Crouch. Her crouch medium punch slide on the floor with the move you always see that comes in V trigger.
Yeah.
That should only be V trigger cancelable on hit, not on block.
Yeah. Simple.
It's
really simple.
It's a great move. It goes under things. It covers a wide ground. It's fine.
Just you can't V trigger off that on block.
Yeah.
Fair.
And then along with the universal thing, she should have no mix up after the anti-air light kick, which actually would come in.
Because she's one of the few ones that we don't mind her having the anti-air light kick.
Yeah.
But she can't get the ridiculous mix up afterwards.
Now, Nikali. If there was one nerf I asked for on any character, I would choose this. There should be a time limit on his V trigger.
Yeah.
What have you done, Capcom? You've literally unleashed the beast there.
Because because the issue leads in actually to his V skill as well with this. It's kind of like a two-sided one.
Yeah.
So as you've all seen, Phenom do and other people who play Nikali, and I'm sure those who play him and those who watch him play online, it's just sit mid or full screen. You keep doing V skill until you've got the 3 bars. You haven't really lost any health. You maybe lost like a tenth of your health.
You haven't done anything risky.
You haven't done anything risky. You've now got V trigger, and then you pop it early in the fight whilst you've still got kind of lots of health. You've basically buffed your character completely.
Yeah, you have the best character in the game now.
It lasts for the rest of the round, and you haven't really done anything risky to get it.
No.
So if there was a time limit on said V trigger, even if, to be honest, I wouldn't even mind if it was like 20 or 30 seconds. It's still a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
But at least you, the other character, can. That the mental battle you've actually won, because you can say to yourself, it's going to end.
Yeah. This will be over. The only other way I can think, if they're going to keep no time limit on it and it's just going to be infinite, one use per fight, that'd be a kind of interesting mechanic. So, Nikali players, choose what you will, but it's got to be something on it.
Or even possibly similar to Ken's and Ryu's and a few other characters that when he does special moves, it takes his V trigger bar down.
Yes.
Maybe that one. Basically, just fucking sort it out. Jesus Christ.
This is quite a unique one. So Nikali's supers, I think it's both.
Yeah.
Especially when he V triggers, so you know how you pause time. Now pretty much anyone who's throwing a projectile, his super reaches like pretty much full screen.
Yeah.
Speed's fine, but just reduce the range of it. There's no way, because it counts for whole things. If someone's like doing a stand medium kick from the other side, you can actually get punished from starting that up from full screen.
It's pretty insane.
So,
to make it similar to, I think I've said this thing, Chun's and Ken's. I think those go about kind of mid-screen. Make it the same way.
We already mentioned the other one, which was reduce V-trigger meter gain on his V-skill. And then for a buff, we think his stand jab increased the hitbox forward on that.
It really is.
It's just kind of pointless.
We used to do stand medium punch instead. It's just it's just so weak in its range.
Okay, Ken. Right. His stand hard kick. Let me get this right. So it's got a faster start up.
Yeah.
But it's more punishable once it's out. So the recovery is worse, the start is better, and also the range is shorter. Now, what we're hoping to do with this is it stops people from just spamming it mid-range.
Yeah, because all people are doing is they're hitting hard kick, buffering it into the V skill, and it's just a hit and hope. It's just, I'll keep on pressing it, and maybe at some point it's going to work. So maybe make it similar to a sweep, which is when you do it, it's at least punishable.
Yeah. So this way, you know, Ken players don't need to moan because it's technically like a buff. It's faster.
Yeah.
It's faster at the start.
So if you actually are good at reading,
and you know that they're going to do something stupid, or you're punishing something, it's faster to punish with. But if you don't know it's coming and you're spamming it, well, then you're going to get found out and you're going to get punished.
Yeah.
Hadoukens from most ranges safer on block because I kind of think I'm not talking about his low medium kick to Hadouken. I'm fine with that being an unsafe string.
Yeah.
But I think if the Hadouken actually put you in a block state, I don't think it should be punishable. I'm not saying he should be like overwhelmingly positive on it.
Yeah.
Just not minus.
I think maybe if you're doing the string right in somebody's face,
then yes.
But I think if maybe you've done max range medium kick to Hadouken. So I mean, if you do max range medium kick to Hadouken, I know with Ken, it's really punishable in between the two moves anyway.
Yeah, and you can't really get too much off it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that I just kind of think it's a bit frustrating. I think if you're a Ken player and you've kind of got them cornered, you've got them to do kind of go back, and then you put out something that you've deemed as safe and you got punished for it.
Yeah.
I think that was everything for it.
Similar to Ryu, his medium punch is too good. Both variants are just.
We're not talking about the damage on it. It's just the priority of it.
It's just no like that. His crouch medium punch is arguably the best crouch medium punch in the game. It's just insane how fast it is.
Right, let's talk about the boy, that Guile.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got quite a lot on Guile. So obviously, as I said, that's my main character, so I'll go into him a bit more in depth. His whole stand medium punch, the really short, stubby move that at least counter hit crap. He should have more recovery. He should be more punishable on that if you block it. He shouldn't be positive on block, because then that leads to the whole. He gets a grab mix up after it. Yeah. Is he going to go for a counter hit if it lands?
Basically, the whole cast has that kind of mix.
They do, but I just think with a Guile, he don't need mix ups. He's got the boom that's safe. He can apply pressure from that. He's got an overhead. He doesn't need the grab mix up as well.
Yeah.
On counter hit, I don't know why this isn't in. The fact that he's got only if you land this move first. Crouch medium punch should be able to confirm into crouch medium punch. So you could go crouch medium punch, counter hit. You see the counter hit, crouch medium punch, flash kick, combo.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I'm not talking about say if you landed jump around house and that landed counter hit.
Yeah.
Go crouch medium. No, only if it lands crouch medium punch first.
Yeah.
His crouch medium kick should be non-cancelable into V trigger, on hit or block.
Yeah, I think again it's the same argument as sweep, isn't it? It's just making it. It's just a bit nuts.
But for the range of his crouch medium kick, for the speed, and it's hard to punish. Yeah, on hit or block shouldn't be cancelable into V trigger. Sort that spinning back knuckle out.
Yeah, that's
they've missed their uppercut. Okay, I'm going to do this punish, and they've gone either they're still pretty over it or under it.
Yeah, I think the hitbox is too small.
Yeah, they need to fix that hitbox.
Yeah.
And then what did we do?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that was. I think
we were umming and ahhing over this one. You're gonna have something similar to this.
Oh, got you, super. Yeah.
His super is absolutely fine. Guile's super is actually really good, and this only really applies for people who can do the really long combos. But for those who can, they do all the booms and they go into super. The super still does a lot of damage at the end of the combo. So the idea we kind of thought was, then this helps pros and everybody else out. Make the V-trigger booms in the combo do more damage. Yeah. But make the super do less at the end.
Yeah, the scale on it has to be quite significant.
So both combos still do the same amount of damage, but if you don't want to do the super, or you want to save it, or you can't do the super, you've still done a decent amount of damage before then. So the V-trigger booms do a bit more damage.
And going on to the man in the thong, Yuri. The medium punch, forward punch, target combo. Dush. Only cancelable on hit, not block. Let's stop those spammy Urins from just it landed. It didn't land.
Yeah, it's just making it safe.
Yeah. Improve damage in V-trigger.
And this links actually with
super damage.
Yeah, I think that this links with Guile's again. So his individual hits in it should do more.
Yeah.
And his super should do less at the end.
But the only thing different to Guile is Guile was explicitly the sonic boom damage.
Yes.
Whereas Yuri is kind of overall.
Yeah. Well, say it's because there's so many hits in it. It's getting what's the word? Scaled. It's getting scaled so hard down towards the end.
And one thing you may not know, Yurin, he can combo super after sweep.
Yeah.
You land sweep, you can confirm super. So yeah, if you didn't know that, but that should be gone.
Yeah, it's just odd.
Yeah. It's just odd. I landed a sweep, and it's not. You don't chain it. You can actually they land. They land
and they bounce.
And they bounce up, so you can actually confirm it really late. So it's really easy to confirm.
Yeah.
This is a really kind of odd one, but I just thought fun because Yurin, he's a combo character.
Yes.
I think his EX move should all combo back to back. So if you've got Damage doesn't need to be. It doesn't make sense. It's just for fun.
Yeah, because I mean, he would still get more doing super.
Yeah, exactly. Like EX headbutt, the EX headbutt, the EX headbutt. That's sick. Can't combo anything else after it. Just a pointless thing, but.
Yeah.
Then yeah, super damage, scaling reduced, blah blah.
Yeah, so but raw it still does its good damage, but in scaling it should do less.
Now Nash, we'll talk about two things before we go into the thing we differ on, and then we can explain that point. Nash, reduce the what was it? So he's got
the problem with his dash is in the first part he kind of ducks and kind of turns almost invisible for like the first. I think his dash is about 14 frames long altogether. In the first half he does this kind of dip where he becomes really hard to see, and then for the last 7 frames that's when you can actually see the dash, and that's where you can see him stood up. So it is 14 frames long, but in your mind it looks about 7.
Yeah.
So basically, don't fix the speed or the length. Just fix the actual animation. Just don't have 7 frames of him ducking and looking like he's turning invisible.
Yeah. And then then the thing about his what do you call it, the ground pattern.
Yeah, I can't think what the actual move's called.
Yeah, the one where he grabs you and he gains meter or health.
Yeah.
All versions of that should be improved.
Damage or range or recovery, because at the minute you only use it after a spinning back fist, a crush counter.
Problem it's one of the most pointless moves.
Because why would you do hard kick, flash kick?
Yeah. And then the thing that we differ on.
Yeah, and also this links back into one of the universal changes. Yeah.
This is actually what brought that kind of about in some ways.
Yeah.
Nash's V trigger, I think it should be a 3-bar. My point being, when he combos from it, I can understand why it's a 2-bar.
Yeah.
But when he gets a mix-up from it that leads to him winning, just from him going in front of you, cross up, below you, in front of you, at the ground, I just think he gets too much off from something that's only cost him 2-bar.
Yeah.
But I could see...
There's issues in in different matchups.
Because his wouldn't be anywhere near as viable as Nikali's being a 3-bar.
Yeah.
If you had them both in 3-bar, it'd be kind of unfair for Nash.
Which is why if we have an overhauled V-trigger system and his was his own unique length, or it kind of, or because this is the issue with Nash against someone like Ryu. If you frustrate him enough and he starts throwing Hadoukens, you as the Nash go, great, I've got like V-trigger and about like eight of these, and if I get hit once.
Yeah.
But against someone like Alex, Geef, Mika, basically a lot of characters who don't have a projectile, his V-trigger seems just as hard to get as other people's do. Which is why I think if he had his own V-trigger bar that was made for him, and his V-skill probably did less in different matchups. I know this is really, really hard to do, but say his V-trigger without doubt is one of the most frustrating to be against.
Yeah.
But I say I couldn't make it 3-bar just because of certain matchups, and yeah, it's just really awkward.
Well, we both agree that 2 is not quite enough, and 3 is a bit too much. And that's where the whole thing.
The whole thing comes down to
Mika.
Now
V-trigger 50 bars.
Let's be fair, and her V-trigger should be 3.
Yeah, her V-trigger. There's no way, like,
because she's
3 bars. Come on,
she can win fights without V-trigger.
Exactly.
At least like Nash, he's in the fight 80% of the way without it, and then V-trigger kind of just like tops the character off.
It's like, to me, it's Ryu with Metsu Hadouken in 4.
Yeah.
He's normally winning, but that kind of just, as you said, it seals the deal.
Mika, she's 100% of the way there, and V-trigger just makes her go overboard.
She has to have, some of her moves have to be minus on block.
Yeah.
She is such a normal spamming...
Stand medium punch, forward hard punch, crouch hard punch,
crouch fierce,
stand hard kick.
Like all those moves we've just named. I think the crouch fierce, she's already got hard kick, the charge, and it goes really
that should be her only move which sends her forward.
Yeah, so crouch fierce, no forward movement. Yeah. Keep the priority of the move whatever you want, but no forward movement on that.
Because in a minute, as you're playing against Miki, you're like, okay, in this mid-range, I'm okay, because my moves are probably better than hers in this kind of range. But then she pulls out the hard kick and the crouch fierce, and you're like, do I block low?
Oh.
Do I block high?
Oh.
Do I anti-air?
I'm in the mix-up that's going to lead to my death now.
Exactly, yeah. So one of those definitely needs, or a few of those just need kind of sorting out.
Yeah.
Range, priority, damage.
And buff Mika. Well, next character. Right, yeah, couldn't really think of much for Cammy.
I actually think Cammy is fairly okay, because she does have the lowest health in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think her hard kick drill, not in V-trigger, but her general hard kick drills should be very punishable on block. It's a full screen move, but then I would say to that, just like her EX, it should go underneath projectiles easily.
And then I think because the hard kick one doesn't go underneath at all.
Yeah, and I think it should.
Yeah.
It's that move that it's got so it should go underneath projectiles. You know, it's one of those things. If you know that they're going to throw a projectile, you should get the reward from it.
Yeah.
But if they know you're going to spam it, you get punished.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair enough. And say when with kind of was awkward. The only other thing we can really think of this is a buff is just give her an extra 50 stun.
Yeah, because
she have 950 stun.
She currently has 900 health and 900 stun,
which is the lowest in the game.
Yeah.
Not saying she's still really good. She's still one of the best characters in the game, but just give her a touch. I mean, 50 stun is only really like a fierce punch.
Yeah.
So it's not loads more.
Rashid, the move that everyone wants nerfing, his crouch fierce.
Yeah, it reaches from like half screen away. He can combo into his down V skill, which I think can combo into other bits and bobs. It's one of the best poking tools, one of the best footsie tools in the game.
That was never meant to be that.
No.
So just that needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
Better start on his super. He arguably has the worst super outside of combos, along with Dowsim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
And then this is an odd one. I don't know what not his dad kick from the air, his dad kick that sends him across full screen.
Yeah.
Not the EX, but all the other ones, if you block it, he should land closer to the opponent, just like how Blanca's ball was changed.
Yes.
So if he gets the hit, he's actually closer to you to get the mix up afterwards and apply pressure. But if you block it, he's closer to you for you to land a combo.
Yeah, I think that, to be fair, that's a common sense one. One that I'm surprised that wasn't actually in the game from the start.
Karen, the Tenko move, is it Tenko?
Yeah, I think so. The one that's the down shoulder.
Yeah, we'll talk about this down shoulder move.
Yeah.
The fact that can just be applied in constant safe block strings, no.
No.
That
it needs to be punishable.
EX only.
Yeah, because you spend a bar, there's only 3 bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she shouldn't, because to me that's the reason why most people find her hard, is the fact that you're constantly in a guessing game, which with her super, which does ridiculous damage in a combo.
Yeah, raw still do the same damage, because that means you've got the read and you've obviously put it out there. Yeah. But in a combo, it needs to be nerfed.
That scaling.
It does too much damage. And hard kick.
The startup of the hard kick.
Yeah. That move is too good. It is
because it's a poke and a crush counter.
Yeah. Okay, it's the exact same issue as Ken. That move is the exact same issue as Ken.
Yeah.
They just
fishing for it.
They just fish for it all day long because it's way too good.
I mean, the only really, I'm not even going to call it a buff. The only fix for me that she needs is her crouch fish. They should extend the hitbox and make it a more consistent anti-air.
Yeah.
Because I don't think her stand fist is meant to be the anti-air solely. I think it's meant to be the crouch fist as well.
Yeah. I mean, well, the crouch fist looks like it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex. He currently has the same amount of health as like Ryu and Ken.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think he'd do it.
1050.
Let's make the point of the tank.
Yeah. Let's give him that extra 50 health.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the universal change, and his anti-air jab is broke.
Yeah. Him and Ryu, and you can argue Chun, but him and Ryu have without doubt the best 2 in the game.
Yeah.
Like his will hit cross up, like they're over here, and he'll do it and it'll work.
I would love to play as Alex if they took that jab away.
But as we said at the beginning, he needs something to replace that.
Yeah.
Which means his air knees would be an actual viable anti-air.
Anti-air.
So you as the player, you have to input the uppercut, like we were doing in Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
You know, to get the anti-air, you have to do something that actually rewards you. So you're going to get more damage as the Alex. They're going to be obviously more afraid that they think you can do it. So let's just give him that.
High risk, high reward.
Yes.
But his crouch medium punch, that move is so good.
Yeah. Range and damage is fine. It's more its priority.
It's priority. Like, oh, someone else has pointed out the crouch medium kick or the crouch medium punch. It just beats it out. It just stuffs it. So you're in a mix of where you can't jump in on him and you can't come near him. So he ends up being a defensive grappler.
Which is not. I don't think he was ever really designed that way.
No, he should. No, should be like first try. He should be going in.
Well, I mean, well, you can tell they've not designed that way because he can do a tick command grab off all of his normals, or almost all of his normals.
Yeah, that's.
So that you can kind of tell they're designing that you're meant to be up close and you're pressing buttons and then doing enter grab, but yeah, no one plays him that way.
And then I think possibly the character with the most buffs needed.
Yeah. And I think it's warranted.
Yeah. Fang. A big one. One of our first biggest buffs, which is the EX Slide, we think should be fully invincible at startup. So technically he's the only character in the game with a free out.
Yeah.
But the range of it's reduced and it's more punishable at the other end.
So it's similar how to Akuma in 4, if you knew he was going to teleport out and you stood a step back, you'd be able to punish him at the end of it. The same with this. So if you knew with Fang that he was going to do it and you dash back or step back, you'd be able to punish him. But if you were in his face trying to meaty, he'd be able to escape.
Yeah.
Which I think is completely fair.
And then the poison damage is fine how it is, but over time I think it should gradually increase.
Yeah.
So then you kind of, as the person who's going against him, his whole thing is he wants you to become frustrated, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then this way it's kind of like, oh crap, I've got poison on me. I best go in and make mistakes. And I just think that just gives him something a bit more.
So yeah, and also with that we do mean really just a tiny. Like we're not talking like loads.
Maybe it chips you out at the end. Don't even know
it does 1,000 poison damage per second.
Crouch face improved.
Just the hitbox. Yeah, it just seems a bit dodgy.
And opposite to Ryu, the only character that should have an overall damage buff.
Yeah. Again, we're not talking loads. We're just talking
here and there.
Small bits.
Yeah. But if he had those,
yeah,
he should have 900 stun, not 950.
Just seems a bit odd for a character like Fang to have that extra kind of 50 stun.
He should have the same stun as current Kami and current Dowsim, really.
Yeah.
And then the other nerf or just fix. His super should be easy to punish. That move is so annoying.
What is up with that super? I mean, to be fair, that's his free escape.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, so just sort it out.
Yeah. Right, an odd character.
Yes.
We had some disagreements about.
Similar to Nash, a small bit here or there really does change the character.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the bits that we agree with at the start.
Yeah.
Vega.
Yeah.
He should not have the same health as characters like Ryu and Ken.
I don't understand why he has.
He has what? Yeah. In fact, 1,000 health. 950.
That with me again. It's just more common sense.
Yeah. Another common sense one is the sweep.
Yeah. Like from max, if you do it from max range, it shouldn't be punishable. That one makes sense.
Yeah.
But its frames to punish are really awkward.
Yeah. If he's like fairly close to you and he does it, he should be getting the heavy punish.
Yes.
His stance changing.
This one is a real lack of common sense for me from Capcom. You shouldn't be forced into his non-claw form just because you're losing.
Yeah. Especially if sometimes it's not even from taking damage, it's actually from blocking enough. It's almost like it's got the stun meter like effects.
Yeah, it just make. I say so. it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You should be able to choose which mode you're in, no matter what time of the fight it is.
Yes. And then a fix for him is his EX wall dive move. So say he's comboed you into it, you're in the corner, and the amount of times you see Vega's dropping for the other characters. So they've already hit you, they deserve to get the hit, and they can't get the grab. Like
which is where most damage of the combo is.
Yeah, so you need to sort that out. That's something that they never really fixed properly in 4.
No.
But then with that, on his claw move
when it's
down,
on block,
how is that not?
It's ridiculous.
You can't press a button after that.
It is actually. I think it's actually. I mean, it feels plus. It should be 0.
Yes.
You're both in the same position.
Right, and the thing we disagree with, the V trigger.
Yeah.
It's fine being a 2-bar.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it being a 2-bar. My thoughts would be, it should be slightly punishable with V trigger. Especially if you're in the corner, he's coming down towards you and he puts himself in the corner. I feel that he should be slightly punishable. Not horrendously, but slightly.
And again, the only issue I've got is that I think for certain matchups, it's just going to make it. Nothing's impossible. I can just imagine in certain matchups, it just make it really difficult. I mean, I'm trying to think. Kami, Ken, Mika would be. Oh, that'd be so frustrating.
Yeah.
I think there's just certain matchups where if he couldn't actually get out, he would just lose because they would just be constantly in his face. They'd just keep on rushing him down. So, but then I can see where Ian's coming from. It's ridiculous how we can escape for free. But the fact he's having to spend his whole V trigger, I don't know.
Yeah,
that one is really a 50-50 one.
Up for debate.
Yeah.
Right. Yoga.
Yoga flu.
This would only this nerf would only apply if he gets the other buffs.
Yeah.
So this nerf isn't. He needs buffs along with it. So his one nerf, his jabs, light kick, 4 frames.
Yeah.
Not 3 frames. Because at the minute that like the fact that his kind of character model has that is really very, very.
It's kind of it's promoting a way of playing Alcyon that probably shouldn't be there, I guess.
Exactly, but if you had that, the buffs are all other anti-airs consistent.
Yeah.
They consistently work. If he does it at the right timing, they work.
Yeah.
His supers, apart from the ones where if you want it for mix-up, his supers should be faster.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that like it's a wake-up super, but they should just be faster. I think.
Yeah.
And then
I think him having extra health. This is nothing having.
Yeah.
I think that's fine because he always gets rushed down.
If he's not going to have the 3 framers to keep people off him,
Yeah.
give him some extra health.
Yeah. So I think that's fair.
Right. Okay.
Now Jury is really difficult.
I don't really know much about the characters, so
I've actually done. Or at least I've thought of quite a big one here for Jury, and it would actually change the way in which you play her. And it is thus: her medium kick and hard kick charges, the forward fireball ones. You'd remove the charges for both of those moves. So you'd have to charge for the light kick fireball, but you wouldn't have to charge for the medium kick. I'm going to call it an overhead, but it doesn't hit an overhead. The one that you can combo on.
if it hit overhead, I would have been disagreeing with you.
And the hard kick forward kicks. Now the reason I'm saying that is they're still both punishable on block.
Yeah.
The same as a lot of moves are, but you don't have to. So this is the reason why I think they're bad at the minute. So they're punishable on block, and you have to charge for them as well. So not only are you wasting time charging for them, but if you can't get the confirm into it, you've only not wasted the charge, but you've also been punished for doing that. It's kind of like a double-edged sword for you, the player. You're kind of getting hit no matter what kind of happens. So you remove the charge for the medium kick and the hard ones. They're still punishable, but at least you can do them freely.
In theory.
It sounds
balanced.
I don't know what would happen though there.
More of a fixed is forward hard kick. You should land
the crush counter.
You should land closer on hit.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward for it to come. I never really get this whole thing with actually crush counters. Is if you crush counter someone, unless it's like really far away, you should kind of the confirm up should be very simple.
Yeah, with hers you have to do like a 2-frame walk and then do something else.
The charged hard kick.
The charged hard kick.
Yeah, we put charged hard kick. Zero on block.
Yeah, that was something that we were thinking of, but I think the first one about making it a non-charge, that one now doesn't count. That would make her broken.
Medium punches. Reach a bit further.
Her range is actually I think fairly poor. Like she's only really got the forward or neutral hard kick, the one that goes forward.
Is medium kick good? Is medium kick the good one?
I think yes, but it's not as good as Camis or Bisons or Ryus or Karens or those. I mean, it is very decent. But the thing with those characters is they've also got their medium punches reach far and have good priority.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Joes are bad, but they can just do with a bit more range. So when she wants to confirm into these moves, she actually can.
Yeah. The only thing we think is kind of a slight nerf is same as another character we'll get to. Is her cross-up medium kick just needs to be adjusted. It can hit so late, so deep.
Yeah, that's not. It's just not fair.
Yeah, no,
it's just not fair.
It's already a good cross-up medium kick. Just keep it good. Don't have it being overpowered.
Yeah. Right. Now on to a really difficult one, and I'm sure we're going to get hate for this, but it's more. This one does come down to personal opinions. Both of us think Geef is actually good.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Just like Vega, people aren't using him right.
Yeah.
There's things, the areas where he's very, very strong in, people need to believe.
Yeah.
You need to believe.
Like his jab is really good. Like a lot of his normals are actually really decent. People I think are just trying to. I think people rush down with him too fast.
Yeah.
He really is. He is a tank. He just is designed to be a tank.
Look, you've got the parry to keep him off you. At the current state, you've got the jab, so people can't come towards you. That jab is like arguably the best jab in the game.
Yeah, well,
like,
I think that's in the crouch one.
But that's what I mean. Just every version of his jab. But so the buff would be his lariat is faster and has a wider hitbox at the top. And basically, it's a better anti-air.
Yeah, because we have said that we want all anti-air jabs to go, and that does affect Geef quite heavily.
Yes.
But we're thinking basically just make his lariat a really decent anti-air.
Yeah.
So not only you as a Geef player, you'll be getting more damage from the lariat, Yeah, to be honest, we couldn't really think of anything
Just
more.
think Eve players, you could land a Lariat as an anti-air V-trigger, maybe jump up air grab. There you go, that's ridiculous. If you know it's coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Balrog.
Yes, Balrog.
Another character that I think a lot of people may disagree, because a lot of people consider Balrog to be totally ass.
Yeah, but
He's
we
not
don't.
ass.
No, he's not.
Actually, he's one of the only characters that we've said this about.
Yeah.
Maybe the only one so far. His overall V-trigger damage,
It does need a nerf.
nerf.
He like the EXs and then the normal straight punches and all that crap. It does silly damage.
Because we mentioned other characters like Gal and Yuri maybe having slight damage buffs in their V-trigger, but there's one they're harder to use execution wise.
Yeah.
And they do a lot less damage.
Yeah, by Balrog he does get a lot of damage off like a few moves in his V-trigger.
And the biggest one for me though,
Yeah.
crouch medium kick to crouch medium kick target combo. What is up with that for a start?
It's just another spammable move. People just keep on spamming it.
So we want the second hit of it to be unsafe on block. This is just the second hit.
Yes.
And it's only cancelable into V-trigger on hit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
But
yeah, I mean
we have one of the best buffs.
And we do think that he does need this buff. Yeah. Because at the minute, people can, if you can rush him down, it's just really easy to keep on rushing him down. So his EX up punch, I think, is flash kick, kick.
Yeah.
The EX version of that would be invincible. So same as an uppercut or spin and bow.
Basically, it's his headbutt.
Yeah.
Basically,
but without putting the headbutt move in the game, you've got that move to go through. So I think at the minute it absorbs one hit of armor. I think it already does that.
Yes.
But basically just take it up to that next level, which is it's invincible.
Ibuki, an odd one. We really couldn't think of much. But
We actually genuinely decided with each other that we actually think Ibuki may be one of the most balanced characters in the game. Her normals are decent, but none of them are broke. All her specials are really decent, none of them are broke. Her combos are decent, none of them are broke. Her V-triggers, and we kept on going. We thought, there's actually not much we can change.
because if the really, really top characters get toned down, she could compete better. That's why at the minute, it's just the fact that you've got Sean, who has a better ground game than Ibuki, does more damage, and almost has better mix-up than her.
But I think the reason why she competes with everyone is because if she can get them in her V-trigger combo, she has so many mix-ups and so many options that I think it can be difficult to compete with her. But
a unique thing.
So
she currently starts off with six.
I think it's 6 kunais.
Give her 8.
Yeah, I think one of the issues is, especially if she uses her charge and she throws all of them at once. That's it. I mean, I know they're still going with 8,
but they can't. Are we saying that she can't do a full screen of 8 though?
No, that'd be nuts.
Maybe 4-1-4s or something.
Yeah, because at the minute, well, actually, that'd be better. If she used 4 as at 4 and then uses 4, she's at least still got some left.
Yes.
Because the same issue as with Jury. So let's say she uses all 6, she then has to go and get some more out. And in a game where people see that and they go, right, they are done. I'm just going to rush them.
That was a weird mechanic. Very strange.
Like making her slow down.
Yeah, I mean, because Jury's always had the kind of charge thing, but Ibuki makes no sense. And then along with Jury, just the cross-up medium kick needs to be adjusted.
Yeah, they really made both their cross-up medium kicks kind of insane.
Yeah. Last 3.
Yes.
M. Bison.
M. Bison. Now, a lot of people think he's really bad.
How?
And we would just tend to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he's still on the border of top 10.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just dropping him for the top 3 or 5 characters. It's really
exactly.
I know we're kind of getting a slight bit off topic, and I'll be really fast with this. But we've already gotten to the Ultra Street Fighter 4 stage of how that game developed.
Yeah,
everyone's
that's so true.
Everyone's dropping everyone and just going for these top tier characters. No one can be asked to play the rest of them. They are really decent.
Watch out to this. Every character's good.
Yeah.
Every character's good. Hard kick, scissors, punishable and block.
Yeah, I think that one's
just like drill from Kami.
That's just a common sense one. You can't just throw it out. Or at least more. I know it is punishable, but make it more punishable.
In V-Trigger, the current state, his stomps in V-Trigger, which is how every online Bison wins, let's face it.
Yeah.
They're non-punishable. I'm fine with the ones landing in front being non-punishable or 0 on block.
Yeah.
But the cross-up ones, just like Karen, if she puts the cross-up move in V-Trigger.
So the Devil's Reverse when there's that.
Yeah, and any of the cross-up things, they're punishable.
Yeah.
In V-Trigger.
It's almost impossible to block. So if you have blocked it, you should get the punish.
He needs a better anti-air though.
He does. So because in the minute his jab is a decent anti-air.
Yeah.
Just make his crouch face like a Ryu or Ken crouch fist.
I think that's why a lot of people say he's bad, because
Yeah.
in a minute, his anti-air jab, even though it's good, isn't the state of...
Just give them a really good anti-air.
And this is quite an odd one, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
If you do jump fist, stand fist, it can combo, but it's really awkward.
Yeah.
And
Just make his. I think just make his stand fist overall faster. A faster startup. I think that'd be that one sorted.
not down fist.
Yeah.
Not towards down fist.
No.
No.
Birdie.
Along with Barrog, the only other character to have his V trigger damage nerf.
Yeah. He does.
Whoa.
He does like half health in a V
Yeah,
trigger.
and if you thought Barrog's combos were easy to do in V trigger,
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah. I think that one's just a common sense one.
His V skill can not full screen.
Still like 3/4. Like we're still thinking basically full screen.
Yeah.
But it can't just keep on going.
Yeah.
Indefinitely.
And his crouch fist, the head button on the floor, not punishable, but
No,
not
just
spammable.
zero.
Yeah.
Just 0.
Yeah. And then his anti-air chain grabs, give them a faster start.
Again, we're trying to promote people doing the actual moves that are meant to be anti-airs.
Yeah.
Not doing jabs and all the rest of it.
We want to reward skill and good reads.
Yes.
We don't want to reward. Oh, the jump in.
Just
Nice jab.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the last character.
Believe it or not, Laura, along with Ibuki, was one of the few ones that we actually decided could actually be fair, almost like right. They're already almost right.
I think the ones we thought were right was Ibuki, Laura, Guile, Rashid, Yurin. Those kind of characters, I think, kind of stay how they are,
and they'd be fine.
and they kind of work. They're not overpowered, but they're very good.
Yeah.
Like everyone's all good.
So Laura.
The light punch projectile.
Yeah. At the minute, the hard punch one comes out fast and goes a reasonable distance. The medium punch is kind of similar. The light punch one, it takes a bit too long to come out to say it's meant to be the shortest version. Yeah. I think that one should be the fastest one, just to get it out in front of you. So
That was an odd. Yeah, I thought that was odd. The medium punch, this elbow move.
If she has one broken move, this one might be it.
It covers way too many situations. Oh, it's a confirm. It's a really fast poke.
Yeah.
It's a meaty move.
And it's an anti-air.
And it's an anti-air.
Yeah.
We're not quite
So what
sure.
happens is when Laura knocks someone down, if she goes up to them and they're not uppercutting or doing something kind of like a reversal, if she does stand medium punch, she's going to cover at least like 2 or 3 of like the 4 options the guy waking up has.
Yeah.
So just adjust the hitbox to make it only really cover maybe 2
Yeah,
or 1.
Just
Yeah.
It's like just a slight nerf on it instead than just range or whatever. Right, the EX command grab.
Yeah. At the minute, it's a bit pointless. Really, it only really works if you've got a timid player or you're doing it on their wake up and they're not going to reversal.
Yeah.
In the minute, doing the normal one is actually, it makes more sense. So the EX one, not the dash part of it, that shouldn't be invincible because that should be where you can punish her for doing it. But the actual command grab part of it should be a proper command grab with actual command grab properties.
So it goes through
normal
grabs.
Yeah, and also normals.
And normals, but not like, so say if someone's uppercutting, they
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah, so just make the actual grab portion of it an actual grab.
Yeah, so that was our thoughts on balance changes. I think the overall feeling a lot of you may be getting is, I heard mostly nerfs, maybe, but this game at the minute is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we agree that it does need that kind of something else to spice it up.
Yeah.
But but constant buffs to everyone isn't the way to go.
No. I mean, this isn't really a balance change, but another thing maybe is, I think a lot of people are thinking this is maybe a new super for everybody, just something else to keep it fresh. But that's kind of a different topic.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, balance changes are meant to be very nuanced. They are meant to be small little tweaks that you do here and there to adjust the game. But
we hope that there was some balance changes that, even though you may disagree with or agree with, there was something maybe like unique, like something that you think, oh, I hadn't thought of that, and that makes sense. Or you're an absolute imbecile.
I'll go with the last one.
Thank you guys
for watching.